Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Somebody sent this video to my box. I want to emphasize that I do not hate Chamisa. And I think it is mischievous to start using such language as hate. I firmly believe that a healthy and functioning democracy demands that leaders must be held to account. And I am disappointed that whenever one tries to hold those leaders to account, some people take it personally. I would like to insist and make it very clear that I believe that principle is absolutely vital for a healthy and functioning democracy. Leaders, all leaders, must be democratically accountable to the people. Yes, that includes people like me who do not support Chamisa, who do not support Mnangagwa. I believe that leaders must be held to account. This issue of trying to escape into personality cult mentality must be condemned. All leaders must be accountable. And that is not negotiable. I would like just to play the video clip so that people understand what this is all about.
Ignore those who are hired to pull others down. Let's lift each other up. The future is for all of us going up and not any one of us going down. God bless you. God is in it. I thank you. Hello, how are you? Yes. How is everything that side, and how are you doing wherever you are? Please take this message. Ignore the haters. Ignore those who are hired to pull others down. Let's lift each other up. The future is for all of us going up and not any one of us going down. God bless you. God is in it.
Well, I repeat, I'm not hired to pull anybody down. I want to see a country in which all leaders are democratically accountable to the people of Zimbabwe. Period. And I will not be intimidated by those who believe that some leaders are demigods. They are untouchable. They should never be held to account. Certainly not by ordinary mortals like you, Wilbert Mukori. Well, I think all leaders are accountable. To even ordinary citizens like me. Let's go to the issue that brought us where we are. The issue at the present moment on the table is, did Chamisa lie to the people of Zimbabwe when he said he had plugged all the vote rigging loopholes in the 2023 elections. Hashtag God is in it, he said. Well, this is not speculation. This is now a historic fact. Zanu PF did blatantly rig those elections. It's not speculation. This is a fact. Zanu PF blatantly rigged 2023 elections. It's not surprising. We did not even have something as basic as a verified voters roll. Why would anyone be surprised that Zanu PF would rig such an election? It turns out that Chamisa himself failed to deploy election agencies at all the polling stations. Something basic. Not because he didn't have the funding for it. He had the funding for it. The reports say that he pocketed the money. So he knew Zanu PF was rigging the elections. Let's be clear on that point. But he conned people to believe that Triple C was going to win big. They should participate in those elections. Here is him talking a few days before the voting was done, assuring the people that he was preparing his cabinet.
Makorokoto Zimbabwe nokuti hakuna munhu anomira kana denga raronga plan. Denga raronga plan, denga harifo iri. Plan ya Mwari haifo iri. Ini ndatanga kugadzira cabinet. There is no way we are not going to form a new cabinet. There is no way we are not going to have a celebration. There is no way we are not going to have an inauguration. Let's start preparing for our inauguration. Let's start preparing for our celebration.
Well, let's be clear. There was no celebration. Chamisa did not form the new cabinet because Mnangagwa blatantly rigged those elections. The very thing that he said was not going to happen, happened. This is what this whole debate is all about. The individual who sent me that a video clip is the one who sent this text as well, in which he's arguing, and I'll read it. When you're playing football, you can't play against the other team to give it a win. It's competition as league teams. So if the other team loses after saying, we will crush Dynamos, well, on the play, the referee favors Dynamos Football Club to win. Would you say FC Platinum lied about crushing Dynamos? Mushe. Well, the argument was, did Chamisa lie about plugging vote rigging loopholes? Let's get the facts right. in this case, it just so happened that many election observers had condemned Zimbabwe's electoral process. SADC itself and the AU condemned the 2008 election results. And it was SADC who ended up forcing ZANU PF to sign the Global Political Agreement of 2008. Because the election process was flawed. The referees themselves said the election process was flawed. The GNU, the primary purpose of the GNU was for the country to implement the democratic reforms to ensure that future elections were free, fair, and credible. And so to be saying here, the referee is favoring Dynamos, that's nonsense. Which of the referees, the election observers, have favored ZANU PF, have not condemned the election process? When Zimbabwe was given the opportunity to implement the reforms, and we failed to do so, what did you want SADC to do? SADC in 2013 held a special summit in June 2013. It was held in Maputo, where they advised Morgan Tsvangirai and his MDC friends that they should not go into the 2013 elections without reforms. They were ignored. What did you want SADC to do? We cannot keep on pretending that we've got a problem here. The opposition, the MDC CCC, have become ZANU PF Team B in all but name, playing for Team A to win and for Team A to have legitimacy. I'm astonished at how many Zimbabweans want to pretend that Chamisa did not lie and con the people to participate in the 2023 elections and before it, the 2018 elections, knowing fully well that ZANU PF was rigging the elections and that by participating, we are giving ZANU PF legitimacy. Here is the one occasion where somebody took Chamisa to task on lying.
Ende patakasangana na Trump akatibvunza navakomana mari yamuri kuda kuti nyika ifambe imari.
Serious questions were raised about your behaviour in Washington, D.C. You did see some senior people on Capitol Hill, some Congress people, but you also claimed that you'd seen Donald Trump. You claimed you had a conversation with him in which you said he asked you how much you needed to move the country forward. You told him $15 billion, and he said to you that he would provide the money if you won the election. That was not true, was it?
Sangana na Trump akatibvunza navakomana mari yamuri kuda kuti nyika ifambe imari.
It was not true that you'd seen Donald Trump and that Donald Trump indicated to you that he would provide, if you won the election, $15 billion.
All those statements were said by other people, not what I said.
Kasangana na Trump akatibvunza navakomana mari yamuri kuda kuti nyika ifambe imari.
Well, no, because there is a video which shows you at a rally in January back home in Zimbabwe saying that Donald Trump had pretty much promised you $15 billion. To be clear, because some people in Zimbabwe are still confused, you're now telling me you did not meet Donald Trump.
We did not.
The problem here is we have got an opposition that has been insisting on participating in these flawed elections out of greed. It's not only me who is saying it. They themselves have said it repeatedly. Here is a quotation from David Coulthard's book. And I've shown this quotation so many times that very few people really can pretend that they don't know it. It is from his book, The Struggle Continues. We cannot pretend that Chamisa and company do not know that the election process is flawed. They know it. They know it is so flawed, so illegal, that the only logical step is to withdraw. And in that quotation, David Coulthard explains why they've repeatedly failed to withdraw. Each side, MDCN, in the case of 2018, did not trust MDCT to withdraw. They fear that if they withdrew, the other side participate, they would win the few gravy train seats that ZANU PF gives away to entice the opposition to participate. In other words, they've been participating out of greed. So to go back to the original argument of the comparison between football teams, we have got a situation here where the MDC-CCC have been participating in these flawed elections, knowing fully well that they are flawed, knowing fully well that by participating they're giving ZANU PF legitimacy. But they've been participating out of greed. Of course, they couldn't tell their supporters that. So they've been telling their supporters a fib. They've been telling them that they've devised ways of winning these rigged elections. And the supporters were naive enough to believe it. This is our problem. We are now looking at 2028 elections. And all signs are Chamisa is gearing to participate in those 2028 elections, telling his supporters yet another idiotic lie that he's going to win big because he has devised ways of stopping ZANU PF rigging the elections. And if those people participate, they will give ZANU PF legitimacy. This is the issue that the nation is facing. And I think that is the issue that people like leaders like Chamisa himself should address. instead of hiding behind this smoke screen that those who ask him to be accountable, to explain the idiotic lies and the consequences of those lies are the haters trying to pull him down.
I thank you. Hello, how are you? Yes, how is everything that side, and how are you doing wherever you are? Please take this message. Ignore the haters. Ignore those who are hired to pull others down. Let's lift each other up. The future is for all of us going up and not any one of us going down. God bless you. God is in it. I thank you.
God was not in the lie that he had plugged all the fraud-tricking loopholes. And God will not be in the lie that Chamisa will win 2028 elections because he has devised another strategy of stopping ZANU PF rigging 2028 elections. If we participate in 2028 elections, we will only be perpetuating the dictatorship and perpetuating the nation's suffering. I don't see how saying that can be considered to be pulling people down. Those who are pulling the people down are actually those who are conning them to participate in flawed elections to perpetuate the dictatorship. After 45 years of rigged elections and counting, I believe the worst thing Zimbabwe can do is allow ZANU PF to rig 2028 elections and get away with it. Because millions were conned to believe that Chamisa and company had devised ways of stopping ZANU PF rigging the elections. That millions of Zimbabweans had believed an idiotic lie yet again. Think about it.